but he also said it's probably never going to happen because you have to also have all those guys agree on it. And
it's not a team sport.
Exactly.
Not
it's an individual sport. So, yeah.
And there's so many other places you could go to. Like, it's not, obviously it's not, the UFC still kind of has their monopoly, but there's a lot of guys leaving for PFL because they get paid more, you know, and they are making life-changing money in PFL. Like, you win a couple $1 million tournament, you're like, you invest that properly, your life has changed. You can retire.
I feel like we could talk about this all day, and I probably do.
Sure.
Because, I mean, it is, you know, it's just such an interesting topic that, you know, we hope we see a better side of it. But, of course, right now, like you said, it is what it is. And, you know, it's still a sport that we all love. And, obviously, if you're in it, you love it because you're not truly in it for the money. So that's the good part of it. But, of course, the other side of it is you're putting your body on the line, and you should be paid handsomely for it. Have the insurance ahead of time in case you do run an injury like you did during training. It's just basic things that need to be changed and hopefully will within, you know, the next few years.
And I think it'll change slowly, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think
No.
slow change is usually better.
Baby steps is better than no steps.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I have a segment on the show, I call it the 5 count, where I ask 5 rapid-fire questions, and then you answer as quickly as possible.
Let's go.
Okay. What's your favorite cheat meal?
Cheat meal? Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. Oh, what do you get there?
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
What do you get at Shake Shack?
Oh, I get a smoked shack, smoked shack, a double smoked shack, and cheesy bacon fries every time.
Oh, get it. If you owned a liquor company, brewery, winery, or coffee shop, which one would you own and what would the name be?
It would be a coffee shop. Okay. And it would be, I don't know, something nerdy, and there'd be Star Wars stuff everywhere.
That's awesome. So I went to elementary school with this. He ended up playing in the baseball. His name's Hunter Pence. He won a couple of World Series out in San Francisco. But he opened a coffee shop down in Houston called Coral Sword that is nothing but coffee and tabletop games. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. If you're ever down in Houston or anybody in Houston in general, go check out Coral Sword.
Will do. Coral Sword. Heck yeah.
Favorite sport besides MMA? Well, you already said they're all boring. So is there a sport that you enjoy outside of MMA?
I still love watching gymnastics. I'm still so amazed by high-level gymnasts.
For sure. Is that where most of your knee injuries came from?
Actually, no. They've all been in MMA.
That's crazy.
Every single one.
Okay. I would have thought at least one of them would have been cheerleading.
No. I've had other ones.
Oh, I imagine, yeah. Who inspires you?
Man, that's a tough one. Trying to think of a specific one to put my pinnacle on. I think Pitbull's been a really, really huge inspiration to me in this last year. Like, I'm watching him build businesses and just his life is something I want to model my life after. Like, he is such a fantastic father and husband and just a good person. Like that has given us a lot of perspective, seeing that he's achieved success and he's still giving back so much. Grant and I both look up to him a lot.
That's awesome. What would you tell, besides getting into wrestling, what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Ooh. That I'm not as disciplined as I thought I was.
Huh.
At that. I have not yet learned what hard work and discipline really was. Right.
That's awesome. Now, if people want to follow you online, see obviously the updates on the NFT project, your upcoming bets you have, your MMA series, watch your fights, how can they do all those things?
Follow me on Instagram. I post 90% of my life on Instagram. I have a Twitter, really stuck at it. I think it's at the Ruthless EW. I'm trying to be more active, but I'm not great at Twitter. But you can follow me on Instagram at @the_Ruthless_Elle Dawson. You can also follow Immortals Fight Club on Twitter and on Instagram as well. Just look up for Immortals Fight Club. You'll see our logo. It's got a little blood splatter on it. It says Immortals Fight Club. It looks super cool. We are active on Twitter on Immortals. We do Twitter Spaces every weekend, breaking down the UFC cards. We have a lot of fun with that. So hop on, join, tell us what your favorite fight was. We'd love to hear it from you. All that jazz.
There we go. Well, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see what the future looks for you after this injury when you come back, and obviously all these separate projects you have as well. I hope nothing but the best, and look forward to talking to you in the future.
Thank you so much for having me, man. This was a lot of fun.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Elle for being on the show. Again, such a fun conversation, and she is genuinely a student of the game. So make sure to continue to follow her and support her as you are doing right now by listening to this podcast. Speaking of this podcast, we have a newsletter as well. If you'd like to sign up, you get even more information about our guests, some fun facts, and what's upcoming for your favorite podcast, all about beer, coffee, booze, and Brewsers. So if you want to follow us on the social medias, please do. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD on the Instagram, the Twitter, Threads, all the fun things. We're also on YouTube, Facebook, and Reddit, so make sure to follow us there. If you don't follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped. Find out what I'm drinking. Maybe toast me. I'll toast you. And also, if you want to follow me on the Instagram and the Threads, it is official Rody John. And if you want to send me an email, it is rodyjohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.